I know you talk to Clif frequently. I love watching those interviews.
I talked to him yesterday.
Oh yeah, is you recorded and are going to be posting?
Email.
Or?
No.
Okay,
He's shying away from that stuff right now.
He's doing all right, hopefully.
Yeah, his wife Kathy's struggling with health issues, but other than that, he's doing well. He's got to testify in a court case, some grand jury thing about a crypto. So I don't know anything about it. He tweeted it out. I got a subpoena to testify.
I hope there's video of that. That'd be pretty fascinating to watch. Cliff lecturing the court on crypto. You actually, in the last one that you posted, asked him the question that I've wanted to figure out for quite a while. He didn't really answer it. But in terms of, the $600 silver, similar with the $100,000 Bitcoin numbers that his model was shooting out, what I've been wondering, he talked a lot about how manipulation has skewed things and also how he adjusts and tweaks the model to correct, as you go along, which makes sense. So I'm curious, and, you can give your opinion. Obviously, you can't speak for him. But I wonder if, based on everything he's learned, are those numbers still, yes, we expect those to happen. They've been delayed because of selling a lot of paper silver, tinkering around in the crypto market, yet those are still valid numbers and it's only the timing has been delayed. What do you think he would feel on that?
Well, I asked him that exact question. And I many times asked him. He can't run his program doesn't work anymore because of the censorship of language now. So he's not getting the correct data, so he's not running his program. So, I mean, it wouldn't come from his programs. He's working on a way around that to try to get the Alta reports going out again. But he'd say, yeah, and it is a situation where the longer he has the information in his data, and this goes back to the 90s, I think he said, for $600 silver. The longer it is, the bigger the when it happens, the bigger the boom.
Yeah.
Obviously, $600 silver would be a big boom, not just for silver investors, but for the short.
There are a few silver investors who would be happy with that, I think.
Well, it's funny because, coming from the gold and silver world and then jumping into cryptos, a crypto guy would say, yeah, that's no big deal. A jump from $15 to 600 is no big deal.
Yeah.
But a gold silver, right. Oh my God, I've done it after all this hard work. But the last reports he ran, it's still in the data. It's been in the data for over a decade. And it is not just Clif stuff that I analyze, because I see exactly how it could happen. Mm-hmm. If you follow Ted Butler's stuff, he nails them every time with their own data, and that's the best part about it. And then our good, wonderful friend Bart Chilton, who is departed now, which is just unbelievable. That just floored me when I heard that news. Mm-hmm. But he was the first to say, hey, it was absolutely manipulated, but I couldn't do anything for political reasons. You got to have enough votes on the CFTC, which is shocking, absolutely shocking that a member of the CFTC, a sane member of the CFTC, said it's rigged. And the ramifications of that should be shaking throughout the silver companies, but silver companies are ridiculous. I hate to say this, but the management of silver companies to allow something like this to happen to your product, to your employees, to your shareholders, that they can rig the market for so long and destroy the financial wherewithal of every single one of your constituents. These people should be hung out to dry along with the manipulators, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's a baffling one where I wonder how the traders the tech traders that JP Morgan's trading against, how they never notice that they're losing consistently, and similar with the mining companies where it's, I hear a lot of people say they're worried about the risk of getting their financing pulled from the banks, which I can understand, although silver
I don't understand that at all, because I mean, if you discover fraud, illegal fraud in your industry, and the people doing the fraud are lending you the money, and you're saying, hey, you're a criminal, you're helping support our company. I mean, it makes no sense to me. But I get it on a bigger picture that the U.S. has to support the system and have the system running. You can't have an unbacked fiat monetary system without controlling gold and silver prices. So there's just, but these feckless, that's my favorite word, feckless, people, CEOs who run these silver mining companies should be ashamed of the way they've dealt with this over the last 20, 30 years.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the trade-off. You don't say anything, and now the price is below what it cost many of them to get it out of the ground, which obviously is not ideal. And I remember when after the April of 2011 and later on finding evidence, transcripts that, you know, like you mentioned now, years later, Bart and others confirming what happened. So to me, it seemed, you know, if the dollar was just got or U.S. got downgraded by S&P. You know, it seemed like it could have been getting out of hand. And if silver was on the run then, and the only reason it went lower was because of manipulative trading, I thought 50 always seemed like a logical floor. And then it was years later, you know, hearing a lot of your videos and the other silver guys out there, it's just, and that's what we captured in the book, where it's just, I interviewed one guy after another, and it just like, every time you think, wow, it couldn't be this extreme. So the multiple $100 number at some point does seem plausible when you actually just look at the fundamentals and